Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Pixel Privateers, a game I've been very excited about for quite some time. My key arrived. I am ready to jump in and get playing. I thought I would kind of bring you in here as usual, show you the ropes, the quick early look at the game so you have an idea of what's going on and maybe give you an idea if you'd be interested in something like this. So we're going to jump into here. We're going to call this Weem's Crew. That's totally fine. And we're going to walk through a number of options here. You can see how did you become a commander of the ship through numerous exploration missions. And when I select this, we're going to be presented with some more options. This is going to go on for a little bit. Okay, so after quickly walking through some options, things like selecting, the backstory of your father, why you got into this business, and all of those having different variables kind of applied to them that bring you here and determine some of the starting materials, things you begin with. You are presented here with this galaxy map. First option, we've got a number of things here, visiting our ship, all kinds of stuff going on. It looks a little bit crazy, but it's not too bad. The galaxy map, this is where we can select different missions to go on. We'll get into a little bit more of that here in just a second. We have crew management. You can see we've got Kimberly, Reaper, and Kalohe in here right now. We can also do training, basically up their skills. They have different abilities they will get that we can use in combat as well. We've got a science lab where we can do some research. Right now, obviously, we can't do a whole lot there. Some item research, again, not much going on there at the moment. Some cloning. I believe this really comes into effect when we die. We can bring people back to life. We have a replicator, and a look at our crew inventory right now. And then, of course, we can go to our ship, which I'll be checking that out later. You have your own ship. You can actually kind of build onto it, modify it, things like that. We got various resources down here: money, fuel, matter, and research points. But what is this game? What are we doing here? Well, it's basically, this is a squad-based tactical RPG loot 'em up, as they describe it. It's currently $12.74. It's on sale from $15 on Steam, and you can basically explore the galaxy, encounter factions, as they say, and collect items and gear. That's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So why don't we just go ahead and jump into something and get things started. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and choose for now. Actually, I think that's fine. Let's just kind of go here. So we're going to fly there. That's close enough. We can choose our team and jump down onto the planet to get things started. We've got this crew. That's fine. We're going to select everybody. And then what we can do, and this is kind of a cool part of this game, we can actually approach this mission at its normal difficulty, the usual, no change. But check this out. We can actually lower the difficulty or increase it. And as you increase it, of course, it's going to get harder, but you also get better loot, or potentially better loot. I think for this we're going to jump it up just like one level. I think that's probably fine. And we're going to jump down there and get started. Okay, here we are on the planet. Very cool looking. We've got our crew of 3 here. We've got them listed up at the top. I can actually tab through them or hit Q, which selects all of them. And we can move around. Now, one of the cool things about this game is we can actually pause and go into what's called tactical mode. We can select each character, choose the things we want them to do, and then start the timer back up. So I can actually tell all of these guys to attack this guy. I can hit spacebar. They will do that till the thing dies, and then I can pause it again and do the same with the next creature. So it's really cool. You can kind of really plan things out. So I'm assuming we're going to the right, but there are, oh no, there's a rock here. But there are guys over here. Check that out. So let's just start cruising over here. Let's get in a fight. Nick knock tack acook tuck. So we got some crazy tribal people here. So we can attack or greet the totem. Let's just go ahead and attack for now. Why not? Okay, so these guys are moving in. Let's go ahead and pause. I want to look at the abilities here, because right now what we have is Reaper is an engineer, and I've done a couple combats, a couple tests, and I didn't have an engineer. I had the vanguards, which Kalohe and Kimberly are. But the engineer, let's check this out. So he has a smoke bomb, deploys a smoke bomb, which covers the landing party, and entities behind or inside the smoke cover can't be targeted. Yada yada. Seems kind of cool. I don't know. Let's try that. So we hit 2. We can kind of decide where this is going to go. Let's just kind of put it here in front of us, I guess. And then what we'll do is we will have these guys start attacking kind of the closest guy. Kalohe and Kimberly will attack these close guys. Okay, let's give this a whirl. So out goes the smoke bomb. And now we're all kind of paused. Let's go ahead and fire. I guess we can't fire through the smoke. Well, that's good to know. Let's back this out a bit. Now, one of the things I was actually reading as we end up getting started here, I did see an ability that said that your crew can fire from a smoky area or from, you know, the cover of a smoke bomb. So maybe that was actually preventing us from doing anything. Now, right now we actually have Reaper here. He's getting kind of beat up on. Let's see. We have... if we actually switch over to Kimberly, we can trigger her ability, which is this taunt. So there you go. Now she's drawing the attention, which is good. And we can have everybody finish this last guy off. Get him smacked down here. Okay, cool. So everybody kind of leveled up there, it looks like. Now along the bottom you can actually see their levels. As I hit tab, you can actually cycle through the different characters and see their varying XP down in the middle. Another thing we can actually do, and which I think is kind of cool, we're going to bring this out. There's a damage meter. Check this out. So we can see who's doing what damage. I don't know. Seems kind of fun. Okay, after killing a few more creatures, we've approached this structure here that we're definitely going to want to go in. You can see some loot has dropped there. So we're going to take that. That was some research. And then there is a cap there. So we're going to go ahead and walk up to the door. We're going to need to open this. So we'll probably open it and pause. The space bar there, the tactical button. So you can see here, we'll get the range kind of spewing out every once in a while, indicating the range that Reaper has. So let's see, and we've got all these guys here. Now, what I've been doing in at least the first couple combats that I've done as part of the practice is I've been focusing, kind of focus firing on the nearest one. In this case, we actually have two characters with, you know, these handheld weapons, a hammer and an axe. So they're going to go running right up there. Reaper's going to end up staying back here. Let's go ahead and start this up. And now we're going to get some text here. Unknown bio imprint detected. They've detected us here. And they're initializing integration process. Let's see. Hey, what is this? Or attack them. Let's actually try to talk to this here. Hey, wait, what is this? Your integration is necessary. Suboptimal performance detected. No cybernetic inserts. Stand by for collection. So we're fighting. Let's go ahead and pause this. Everybody on this guy, go. Okay. This is brutal here. Okay, he's down, so we're going to go ahead and select the next one. Now, one of the things I've actually noticed here is if you've got everybody kind of selected to fight a particular target, it does seem like they don't want to do much once that target is down. Just like now. You see, I'm kind of standing here and they're getting hit. They're not doing anything. And you can see he's kind of reloading. I have to hit Q again, basically select everybody and make them attack. Once they finish their target, they seem to be done. Work's done. Okay, so we're going to gather up the credits and the research. And then we're basically going to kind of mouse around and see if there's anything else we could do here. We could shoot the bat, or we can click this guy. So we're going to open this up, see if we get any loot. Get a couple credit out here. Pick that one up. And what we're trying to do here is clear the level. When I mouse over this button down here to return to ship, you can see we've cleared 50%. And one thing of note that I just kind of experimented with in my trials was that finding something like this to open and loot fallout is not, it doesn't count towards this percentage at all. That percentage seems directly tied to enemies killed only, not like particular discoveries. It may not be the case always, but it was, at least for doors, little switches like this that I tested. Check this out, we got a chest in here. Now, one of the things that we can do, these guys you can actually blow up, and they do pretty good damage. So I think what we're going to do is kind of move to here. Let's do that. Try to draw this guy's attention, and then we're going to back out, go on, and then shoot that. Yeah! Blew him up. Very little effort. And then we've got a chest here. Let's just kind of look around. I don't see anything else we can do. We're just going to kind of pass it a bit. How close are we here? 75%. So we've probably got one more enemy to kill or so. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. We've got some armor, another piece of armor, a helmet. Awesome. All right, let's continue on our way. Find this other enemy wherever it may be. I don't think these guys count. I don't think they count towards the percentage. Yeah, we're still at 75. He's going to be out here somewhere. Let's see. You, there you are. Oh, we got something else out here too. Okay, where are we at? We are now at 100%. Hey, that didn't feel good. Cool. And then we've got something else out here. We are technically done. It is cleared. The map is completed, but we're not letting this guy go. What is this guy all about? Don't chase him. Let's hit the aggro. Wow, he didn't seem to care about that aggro. Oh, he's running away. I thought he was running after Reaper. We got you. You're not going anywhere. I want that loot. I don't know what it is you're carrying, but it's mine. And there we go. So we got a stim pack injector, a hyper wound gel, a helmet, and a sniper rifle. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get off this planet. Okay, so when we were down there, we ended up picking up some of the alien internal organs. You can see we've got the 3 of those here. Those are being researched, and you can see how many of the research points per second that we get from this stuff. So it was 4 per second. So we had 12, went down to 8, now we're down to 4, now that there's 1 left. We've got our research points here. These are things I'm not entirely familiar with, you know, how they work just yet, but I understand that part. We're getting research points. So there you go. The archive, we've got this, the alien internal organ in there. Let's go ahead and jump to crew. You can see we've got some lights here, meaning we have some things to do. The galaxy map if we were ready for another mission, but we're not there yet. Now the green light here actually indicates that they have points to spend in training. You can see that's lit up. So we're going to kind of walk down the line here. Now these 2 are vanguards, Kimberly and Kalohe. We can see that the points here already distributed from previously. Very high strength and stamina kind of being next. I've got 3 points left, so I'm going to kind of follow that. I'm going to do 1 in each of these. And then I think I might do speed because they feel kind of slow. So let's confirm that. We're going to go to Kalohe. His points are distributed a little bit differently, 5 and 5, but still the same abilities. I think I'll crank him 2 on strength and 1 on stamina. And then we go to Reaper, the engineer. You could see that he's kind of bounced between agility and speed. And we got a little bit in the other guys here. If I mouse over this, you can see what these do to get a better idea of like where you might want to spend the points. I like the drone and turret damage and the ability cooldown stuff on the engineer because abilities with the engineer is kind of one of their things. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 there, 2 into the primaries, and maybe 1 more. Yeah, let's go 1 more on the agility and we'll confirm that. So there you go. We've got these guys leveled up. Now what we can actually do is go through the inventory. We've got these items. They were on our ship. And now we can look at the new stuff. So let's see. We have Kimberly with 115 armor. Kalohe has 120. So let's look at replacing Kimberly's armor. We can see that this is a 40 armor. Not all that great. It's got a good dodge bonus though. So we're just going to kind of look through these and see if anything sticks out, particularly at the armor level. It looks like the helmet is, you know, similar there. Slight variation on some of the abilities there. A 2 on that helmet. Let's look at everybody else's helmet. We got a 5 and a 1. So with Kalohe, we should probably replace his helmet. We've got the 5 here with a bonus to radiation and a 2. Let's go ahead and give him that helmet. We do have they're handheld weapons here, but I'm imagining this is going to be better than this guy here. We have a 5.0 hammer. And yeah, it looks like Kimberly's got a good enough axe. So we're going to jump to Reaper. And look at some of the stuff he has. Now he has this smoking sniper rifle. We know we got a good one here, or at least a new one. Let's check. Oh yeah, look at that. 18.2 damage versus 6.9. I think we're going to go ahead and swap that one out. That's pretty good. And then we have other things as well. You'll have some tools here. They have the symbols next to them. If I stop mousing over it, you could actually see in the bottom left of each one of those, they have a symbol that represents kind of the class. You can see that as an engineer, Reaper can use these 2 things here. This is that slot, so we can kind of compare here. These are similar, nearly identical. Yeah, so we don't really need to replace anything there. So basically, I'm going to walk through the different characters and make sure that they're all kind of up to snuff when it comes to gear. Okay, so next up we're looking at the science lab. I actually discovered down here, you can see it's telling us RP left, next level 100, and 0 tech level. I actually came here thinking, hey, maybe I can actually spend something here, and kind of discovered this. Again, the game is very new to me. I've done a little bit of experimenting. But there you go. We've got the next level, 100. I'm assuming we just need 100 more, and then we would be able to get into this. You could see that we've got class specific stuff in here. We have thermal goggles. This is an engineer thing. We've got something for the Vanguard here, sniper. So anyway, not anything we need to worry about just yet because we don't have the points there, but something to definitely keep in mind. This is really going to come into play, making sure that you're getting all the loot. Again, if you don't have the, or even if you have a level fully 100% completed, you might look around. There might be some things laying around still for you to pick up. Okay, jumping next into the replicator, we've got our crew inventory, the items that we have looked through before, and as a replicator, I'm assuming I haven't done this, but you know, I think I'm going to do a little experiment. We can actually replicate some items, and in fact, I think what we might do, let's consider this. Kimberly, let's take a look here. I just thought of this. I switched her. There is 115 armor, so a little bit better than this as far as armor goes, but the abilities here I think were better. If we jump to Kolohe, he's got this one, which it's 120, I don't know, with Fire 1. It seems kind of nice. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to experiment. We're going to actually just swap his armor really quick. So we've got that piece in here. We're going to jump over to the replicator. There's that armor right there. I'm going to select it. And you can see that required matter is 16 kg. It's a 70% chance. So 16, we actually have 80 down here. I kind of wish these colors would match up, or I wish they would put the symbol next to it so you knew they matched. And this orange, then the next thing I would think is, oh, I must not have enough. But we have 80, and it only requires 16. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and experiment here. So we're going to click this and see if it goes. 70% chance. I'm assuming it worked. Yes, we have, I think, 2 of these now. So let's go ahead and jump back to crew. And we're on Kolohe. We're going to go ahead and take one of those. That's putting his back on. And we're going to go to Kimberly. And now she has, wait, didn't I? Yes, here, right? Yeah. So we can swap that in. So now she's wearing the same armor as Kolohe. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here we've got our ship. Right now it just has 3 rooms. We have this back room. You can see the thrusters here. We have the bar with some really cool music, actually. I really enjoy it. And then we've got this front room here. Now, one of the options when you're first starting the game, one of the backstory options you have includes the ability to have a ship that starts with 2 more rooms. So I don't know what those rooms would look like, but I would imagine they were kind of open, similar to this, and that eventually we'll put stuff in here. Now, I haven't seen a whole lot of other videos. I've seen 2 other videos on the game, and I haven't seen anything about what you can do with your ship, but I do know that you can modify it, you can, you know, add things to it, things like that. Pretty excited to test some of that out, but right now, for me, it's a bit too early. I don't have anything I can do here, but that's a quick look at what your ship looks like. Okay, one of the last things I have kind of yet to do is go to the market. So I'd like to do that. And there is a shipyard button here, and it says you must be next to a market station with a shipyard. I'm assuming that's what this icon is. So anyway, I want to get down there. I'm going to go ahead and start us down there. I did click on the request missions, and we had these exclamations pop up. So that's what that does. And then it says 3 of 3 instead of 0 of 3. So we have options here. We don't have to just fly to random planets. We can actually do some of these missions. But as you can see, we have a shipyard and a market, both of which I really want to check out. Let's start with a shipyard. Okay, so let's see. We've got available ships, ship info, and then prices. Okay, makes sense. We've got a countdown here. I actually don't know if that means these will be reset when that ends. But let's take a look at some of these. We have a fragile frigate. Now, this actually says this when we were in the ship. I don't know if you noticed, but in the top right, we had that name. So I'm guessing that's the type of ship we have. And you can see that it has 3 rooms just like ours did. The Disappearing Jack Mobile, 5 rooms, 2 buildable, price 8,000. This says 0 buildable. Well, let's watch our timer here. Okay, so I'm assuming things refresh here. It may be that if you buy things out, it will refresh and offer you some new options. But let's see, we've got some ships that get up in the 10,000 here. Let's check this out. 7 rooms, 2 buildable. Cool, specially built for recon missions. A Penon has gained popularity among sad bird society. Okay, cool. So anyway, if we could afford these, that's a thing that we could do, but we don't really need a ship right now. Let's go ahead and jump into the market. Now in here we've got buy and sell items, so we could actually get rid of a number of things. One of the things I did do was I looked at which weapons we were using. We had hammer and axe, and the axe was a bit better, so I replicated the axe, so Kolohe and Kimberly both would use an axe, which meant that we had a hammer to get rid of, and then I think we already had another hammer. I think we're okay to just go ahead and sell all of those. Don't show that again, just go ahead and sell all of them. That's cool, so our money goes up a tiny bit. We do have a black market here, but looks like there's really nothing here right now. That's fine. One of the other options I saw when you're choosing your backstory possibilities, one of them included the option to have more, a higher chance, I think, at better items in the black market. But obviously we don't have anything here right now. We'll have to come back some other time. Okay, one more thing before we hop off to another mission really quick. I saw there was a ship builder button and I clicked that. So we are here in the ship and you can see we don't have any options in these other two rooms, but we do have a few in this room. And you can see when I mouse over, it says you don't have any installable defense items. It says if we visit the nearest market, we can find out if they have any. So that's how that works. And then I'm assuming we would basically need to have more rooms like this in order to add things in, and that these are just locked down for now. Who knows? Maybe you can add things to these at some point, but we can't, at least at the moment. Alrighty, I wanted to keep this short, but I do want to go on another mission, so let's try to do this somewhat quickly. Now, we've got 3 people here. It's been a little bit rough going. I've been wishing that we had some more ranged attacks, so we should hire some crew. We've got a number of people to choose from here. Engineer, we've got medic, this guy, I don't know what the red is. I don't. I'm too new to the game. But we have another Vanguard. We have another Engineer. I think we might go with this one. If I can afford... Yeah, 301. Yeah, we can afford that for sure. Let's see. So this is the character. Looks like pistols and stuff. I really don't know anything about this. I'm trying to think. Does this actually say what they are here? Phaser is equipped. Well, anyway, it is ranged, and I don't really want to add any more engineers. A medic might be nice, but again, I want range. So let's just go ahead and hire this one. Cool. We're going to rename this character to Fohamner. I just jumped on my Discord a second ago to look for a name, and Fohamner had sent me a message. So I said, you are coming into the game. So there you go. We have Fohamner in here as a Marine. There you go. A sturdy soldier specializing in shooting of all kind. That's what I was looking for. Okay, now that we're ready, we've got to actually choose our landing party. One of the things I noticed was that for ship's crew, it said 4 of 5. I thought, wait a second, can I get somebody else in here? So I went and picked up a medic. So we now have Lane with us. We've got a group of 5. That's the max I can have for ship crew. If I go ahead and select these guys, you can see we're 5 of 8. So technically, I think we could do 3 more in here. We just don't have the capacity on the ship to get more. So it's telling us we're low on some things here. I've actually changed the difficulty to the usual, to normal, because I feel like it might be meant for more with it telling us that we're low. So anyway, hopefully that kind of accounts for it. There's our crew numbers split by class there. Let's get down there and get started. Okay, here we go. First things first, well, you killed the little creatures around you. It's not very cool of us, but let's kind of pan around here. So I can't actually, doesn't seem like I can move any more to the left. Let's just kind of move over this way. Is that a thing? That's a thing. That's a thing we can kill. Let's get over here. Ooh, I was going to say, is that going to blow up or what? You have to be a little bit more careful there. Well, what we could do is we could actually cycle through to a ranged person. There you go. And have them take it out from a distance. Let's move in here. So we've got enemy here. Door closed. It's only one. I've got everybody selected. Go for it. Take this guy out. There we go. Chop him with those axes. Brutal. Take out this little ice ferret, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. Pop the door and probably pause, right? Whoa, we are getting hammered right off the bat. Yeah. I would imagine I can just select everybody. There's only one guy here. So let's see. We've got everybody selected. Let's just go ahead and get in there. Get this thing started. Oh, yeah. Look at the damage. He just got wrecked. Move over to here. Blow this thing up. And open the chest. What do we get? What do we get? We got a sniper rifle. That's cool. Now, as far as I know, you actually can't, for example, take that sniper rifle and equip it just yet. I can see that it's in here, but it says ship storage. I can't do anything with that. I can show the research inventory, but that doesn't really help me. And I didn't see any other way of kind of bringing up, you know, a way to kind of cycle those out. But let's actually bring up the damage real quick. There we go. That's a thing just for fun that I want to do. Alright, took out a couple guys in here pretty easily. We've got a shield, we've got this fragment, looks like fuel. So we'll take that, some stim pack. Oh, that's a big cylinder. Let's back off of this thing. We don't want to be that close to it. Okay, open the door. What's on the other side here? 3 guys. Let's get right in on this. We seem to be cutting through things. I'm kind of regretting lowering the difficulty. It's actually not been bad at all. Okay, we got what? One guy in here? Now you do have to be careful. I'm going to actually go ahead and pause this. There are doors sometimes as big as this wall, and you'll be moving in and all of a sudden it will slide up and guys come pouring out of it. So you do have to be kind of careful. Sometimes things look like they're going to be really easy, and that's just not how it goes. Who are we missing? Like, there's some kind of fight going on here. I'm not kind of missing. Okay, we couldn't see him. There we go. Take that guy out. Get some more loot here. Open that up. Okay, on to the next room. Now, before I go through here, let's take a peek. 80%. We're already getting close to done here. Very good. Okay, we took out a couple last guys. We have this guy carrying this loot thing here. Got a power hammer. Check that out. We got some fuel. A beret. A purple beret? Oh, that's awesome. We're going to definitely be checking that guy out. We've also got this guy. We've got a couple of these. We're going to go ahead and pop the normal stuff. I'm assuming we won't touch this. Okay, we got some credits. And I don't know what this is. Let's hit this question mark and see. Mission completed. Great job. You didn't even need the cyborg incapacitator. We forgot to pack with you. So we're going to get some money. We're going to get some XP. And then we can actually get to choose. I haven't seen anything like this. So we're going to get some fuel or some matter or some items. I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and do items. I think we're good on the fuel and the matter. Oh, do I need to get away from that or what? Okay, so I'm assuming we picked up some loot. If we'd got something, I didn't quite see it. Maybe that's just this box here. Oh, look at all that stuff. Yeah, it was probably just this chest wing. Come on. Cool. Let's go check it out. Okay, first things first, we got the item research going on. You can see we've got a number of things queued up here at 4 a pop. We're getting 16 RPS a second. It's going to burn through that, pile this up. We may be able to actually select an ability, which would be great. But let's jump into crew. And I'll walk through these levels later. I'm going to basically up their skills and everything. But let's take a peek. We've got all kinds of new items in here. This is pretty cool. But where is that this guy? This is the purple. Was this the beret? This says it's a marker. Let's go to the next page here. Did I miss it? I thought it would actually be purple in here. But maybe, just maybe, that was not going to be the case. We do have, it was a sniper item, I believe. But anyway, I might be missing that somewhere in here, or I mistook that for actually being a purple, almost like an epic loot item. We can actually load this fuel. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to get that out of there. That's cool. That allows us to go a bit further. And then, of course, we can go through and basically upgrade everybody with all of their stuff, which I can do later. But let's just take a quick look. We've got a really good hammer here. That's pretty awesome. Vanguard shield. Got some heavy armor there. We do have some new helmets, which is great. I think our best helmets are 5, so those are 12 and 10 with some okay abilities in some of those cases. Let's jump over to here. See what this armor is all about. 50 with a good dodge bonus. 55 with a good dodge and a number of other things. That's pretty good. And then we've got like a really good hammer here. At least it's looking cool. 31 damage. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, I went and found the beret. I thought, let me go to the item research. So here you actually select these and they will hop over here to be identified, at least in these item cases. So that's kind of cool. I guess this is just research in general. This is being researched. These need to be identified in these tabs here. So I think once we identify these, we can see it's actually burning RPS per second. That's an interesting way to do that. Okay, back at the character selection screen, you can see now that those items are identified, they're here to actually be selected. Now this one you can see actually has a level requirement. The epic helmet, that's the purple beret we were looking for earlier. Some great stats on there, I'd love to use that, but we don't have anybody. Actually, wait a second, Reaper's level 4, so he could wear it. But we can give Fohamner this hat, the Precious Cap of Curiosity. Check that out. That's very cool. So let's look at the guys who can wear this. We have Kimberly, Reaper, and Kolohe. Everybody has kind of very similar helmets going on here. And then this one actually has got really good armor. It's kind of triple the normal, and then you can see the plus on critical damage and the hammer damage reduction. So they take less damage from a hammer, but that critical damage bonus is interesting. Might be best applied to either Kolohe or Kimberly. Let's just go ahead, just because hers is not glowy. How about that? We switched that out to the beret. So that's really cool. And obviously one of the things we can do is actually, can we replicate that? That would be great, right? Let's see, it's probably really expensive. What? 5.2. Oh, 10% chance to succeed though, so we're probably gonna burn through. Let's do 1, let's just see how it goes. Maybe we'll do 2. Critical error. Let's do it again. Alright, 3rd time's a charm, right? We'll see if this goes. Oh, wait, did that just succeed? Wait a second. It's hard to know if it succeeded. There was no critical failure there. Let's go ahead and jump back to our crew. We've got this guy. Look at that. We have 2 purple berets. That is awesome. Okay, one final thing. I wanted to jump into the black market real quick, and sure enough, we've got all kinds of different things here. That's pretty cool. Now you can see the way this works if I just mouse over the long sword, the short sword in this case rather, on the right hand side you can see that it's really unknown. You don't know what you're going to get. So if I go through here, let's just say we wanted to look at the most expensive. I think it was, here we go, we have 84 on the assault rifle. We've got plenty of money. Let's go ahead and buy the assault rifle. Okay, so then we can actually add it to our inventory. Look at that, 8.6. Cool, let's do that. Let's add it, and then let's go see what that's all about. Okay, so jumping back in here to crew to look at the rifle, which is here, the Elastic Assault Rifle Curiosity. I actually looked through people, and it's not something we can use. The Marine, Fohamner, he needs one-handed weapons. He can't use that guy. Lane can actually use this, but you can see if we're just looking at the DPS, you can see that the actual damage is about the same. The DPS is higher on his MVP5. So anyway, that might not be something we want to use for him. The Vanguards obviously have their axes, and while Reaper can use this, he's currently using a sniper rifle that is pretty good. It's nice to have that range. I don't know that he's the best to be using it as a non-sniper. Haven't got that far looking into the kind of the numbers and seeing how those things play out. But I would imagine we may end up leaving that alone. But it really didn't cost that much relative to how much money we have, so we could actually go through and buy a number of things, test some things out. I think that's pretty fun. Okay, one final thing before we go. I looked into the market here. Obviously, we were playing with the black market a second ago, but in the market, we've got a number of things in here, and we can filter these, but in the miscellaneous, basically among the list here is room. So we could be adding to the ship. If we had a ship that allowed that, I actually bought one of these just to double check. It doesn't look like I can actually use it right now, but you get the idea. We've got these here, not too expensive either. So I think the next thing I would need to do is save some money so I can get a better ship that's got some room to expand. But I think that just about covers everything I wanted to cover. This video definitely went longer than I wanted to, but I hope it gives you an idea of what there is here, and maybe give you a better idea if this is something you'd be interested in. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm definitely going to be playing it more. I may do more episodes on this one, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. You guys can let me know what you think about that. I would appreciate it. But otherwise, I do want to thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.